Alright, it's the most wonderful time of the year in Tyria. Winter's Day is upon us and we get to enjoy a plethora of fun activities and minigames. This is the one holiday in the game I truly recommend you simply try and enjoy all of the different activities. You have a couple of meta achievements that will unlock some titles and cosmetics, and two I would recommend checking out are the Winter's Presence achievement, which will let you unlock a skin with a unique cosmetic effect, as well as a Star of Gratitude, which is a gizmo that will consume your Empyreal Fragments, much like Princess does with Dragonite ore and Herta with Bloodstone Dust. Unlocking this converter is only available during this event, so if you miss out, you'll have to wait another year. We should also hopefully be getting the Snowflake Gobbler sometime on the Gemstore, whose buffs stack with the Candy Corn Gobbler, but I couldn't find it yet. And on the topic of the Gemstore, if you're an easy target for discounts, it's time to hide your wallet and tell your bank to block your credit card, because there are a ton this time of the year. One thing I do want to recommend considering to people who don't have any of the contents yet is the Elite Jumpstart package. You will get a Copperfed Salvage-O-Matic, a set of Unbreakable Gathering Tools, a character slot expansion, and access to the Royal Terrace Launch Pass for less than the price of the actual Gathering Tools alone. This, in my opinion, is a pretty great value, and I would definitely consider it if I didn't have most of the items unlocked already. And if you want to know how to use the Salvage-O-Matic or why the gathering tools are so useful, check out my videos in the pinned comment. Alright, back to the event and let's check out what we can actually obtain from the different activities. The number one daily farm you want to consider is the donation drive, where you can donate gifts to orphans all throughout Divinity's Reach. There is a map with their location on the wiki, as well as a route made by Tixx that you can follow daily. Each orphan will give you at least 1500 karma, but we can boost that number by a solid 130% excluding your account bonus karma gain. Do note that the karmic enrichment for your amulet does work for these, but not for the Bell Choir Ensemble and the Winter Wonderland Jumping Puzzle, as both of those are considered PvP modes. You can obtain the wrapped gifts to donate by talking to a vendor who will sell you the rolls of wrapping paper and then trade in those rolls as well as an extra item for a wrapped gift. These extra items can either be bought on the trading post or for karma from the vendor on his right. And even if you buy both for karma, you will still come out ahead, as both will cost you a little over 1k karma and you get at least 1.5k back from every orphan. I've already mentioned the Bell Choir Ensemble and the Winter Wonderland Jumping Puzzle, so let's take a look at those next. The Bell Choir Ensemble is technically the highest gold per hour farm from the event, but don't count on hitting the actual number. Not only do you need perfect play, you actually need to do the minigame when there is almost no one around, because if the break between rounds takes too long, your gold per hour will tank massively. And by the way, if you have trouble figuring out how to hit the notes, make sure you only press your buttons when the notes slide past the white line into the middle circle. This took me way too long to figure out in the past. The Winter Wonderland Jumping Puzzle is probably my absolute favorite in the game, most likely because I bought Guild Wars 2 when the first Winter's Day was happening in 2012. If this is your first time participating, don't count on hitting the gold per hour number on the fast farming website. You'll have some figuring out to do on how to make it to the top without fail. And as I mentioned in the intro, I actually recommend you enjoy these activities for what they are. The Bell Choir is a rather addictive minigame and you can unlock some achievements by participating. And the jumping puzzle for me was a legit joy to figure out, so I'd even avoid looking up a guide unless you're really stuck. And that's only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the activities. You can get scammed out of your gold by Hohotron, scammed out of your snowflakes by Drewbird, and scammed out of your karma you just earned by spreading joy to the orphans. There is also a really fun PvP game mode where you lose all of your class skills and can choose to either be a scout, support or a heavy gunner and participate in a sort of capture the flag event. There is also a dungeon which you can easily solo, although I recommend you look for 4 friends in the LFG, and you can even save Christmas by participating in a special strike mission to beat up Freezy and then heal his heart. There's even a tower defense game, where you fortify your base and have to withstand up to 10 waves of enemies who will try to besiege you. And on top of that, we have the usual holiday race and a few other side activities. All in all, there's a ton to be enjoyed during Winter's Day, so try everything at least once and see what you like or don't like. And don't worry about your skill level when you join any of the group-based activities, everything is perfectly doable for any player. During this event, there are also some ways to convert your karma to gold. And as per usual, the fast farming website lists the most profitable ones. I do want to warn against spending all of your snow diamonds on mini freezes hard though. Each diamond is worth 7 to 7.5 gold currently, which already exceeds the buy offers of the miniature, and it actually doesn't sell all that often on the trading post. So you might want to avoid trading them in for the mini if you hope to sell it afterwards. The frostbitten tools on the other hand are only obtainable during this event, and as far as I know there is no glyph that offers the equivalent snowflakes. So if you want to gather snowflakes all year round, it's time to stock up now. And before signing off, let's discuss the most important question of the event. Should you open or sell your Wintersday gifts? Every holiday in the game will basically always have the same answer to this question. If you only care about making extra gold, you probably want to sell them as long as the price remains reasonable or goes up. Right now, the price actually peaked to 5 silver, which is 2/3 higher than the price last year. I assume this has to do with a rather elusive enchanted music box infusion that was added to the list of possible drops. In general, it's often not worth opening holiday boxes for loot, but if you're that one lucky person to get the infusion, then all of this doesn't really matter. If an infusion drops, just hope it's the right one. The price differences between all of them are somewhat significant. Oh, and if you want to become a living nightmare, hope for one of the toy shell infusions or straight up buy it from the trading post. And that about covers this whole event. I got a ton of videos planned for next year, and I will probably resume my upload schedule next week. I had a bit of a busy period in real life these last couple of weeks, but I haven't stopped working on my videos. If you'd like to stay up to date with whatever's going on in my channel, make sure you join the Discord, and also leave a comment, like or subscribe on your way out if you want to help me out a little.